Peace, family. Before I get into this video, I wanted to be clear. I don't want to hear no more about how Donald Trump has absolutely nothing to do with Project 2025. Because one of Project 2025's main agenda is to get rid of the Board of Education. And Donald Trump just sat up on this interview a couple of days ago, and they was talking about the educational system. And when the guy gave a scenario about how if a history class was teaching how this country was built on the backs of slaves, what would be your response? And Donald Trump said he would simply stop sending them federal money. You know, the fact of the matter is this: education is the foundation of a people. Whatever goals, ambitions that you want in life, and as you advance through life, this essential service is going to be required in the beginning and in the future. And to put this educational process, which sets the standards of whatever goals you want to be in life, your education plays a role in these standards. And to put this in the hands of a person who will simply defund the school just because they teach the truth is socially, I don't even know what the word you could use. This is why I stress all the time for black people to have an independent means to sustain our own existence, because we cannot have our essential needs and services in the hands of a person like Donald Trump. You see, because Donald Trump, on his webpage, he has Agenda 47, which a lot of these black people saying has nothing to do with Project 2025. But the thing is, when you look at the Project 2025 and you look at Agenda 47, they're almost parallel. And with Donald Trump saying this, I have not heard a word about any other black organization that has spoken out against this. That I haven't heard any white organization that said, or white people who said that this is a terrible thing, that Donald Trump shouldn't be doing this. Nothing. The only thing I've been hearing is as soon as you put slavery in the past, you stop talking about it, you stop teaching it, we can get beyond it. Well, I asked Donald Trump if that's what he feels about black people. Do the same for the Jews. Do the same for the Asians. Threaten to defund Israel, Japan, Afghan, anybody that receives federal funding to educate their children. Threaten to take the funding away if they teach their people the truth. See, he's only doing this to black people because we don't have no resources to go to. We don't have countries that back our people. And then a lot of black people over here, they're blindly following Donald Trump. Because see, the fact of the matter is this: there is nothing in Donald Trump's private life when he was a citizen that would determine or dictate that he would be a viable presidential or political candidate. Nothing. This man was found guilty of discriminating against black people. And as he's been in office, you see the bankruptcies that's been in this past, the businesses that he done ran into the ground, the crimes that he have committed over and over again. Even while he was president, he was still breaking the law. And now this guy is trying to get back into the White House. And now he's getting back in the White House with no guardrails. He wants total immunity, so that when he get out of office this time, he won't be charged like he was the last time. And this is the person that can campaign and like I say, and don't attach any of his personal struggles in life into his political life, so that people who had a similar experience to him can have it easier. You know, and like I say, it don't matter if Donald Trump supported Project 2025 or not. The fact of the matter is, the people who support Project 2025 is the same people who support Donald Trump. And we all know that Donald Trump, who was pushing $100,000 watches, $300 shoes, $100 Bibles, and an economy that he claimed that Joe Biden ruined. People can't afford bacon and eggs, but for somehow you making 1,000 um, um, gold watches for $100,000 a piece, but people are saying they can't even afford food and gas. He has no shortage of personal items that he's trying to hawk to the people. This man is completely detached from society. All he thinks about is himself. You know, so like I say, I don't want to hear nothing else about how Donald Trump is going to be the savior of black people. And you sitting up here planning to defund any institution that teach history, black American history. You're going to defund it. You know, and this guy, whoever he is, keep talking about how he want to have a conversation about how Donald Trump is going to be a good president. Well, in order for you to have a conversation, it must flow. One part of your argument must lead into the next, and it must make sense as it goes along the way. There is no argument that you can have about Donald Trump that would make sense along the way that would justify anybody selecting or electing this guy to be president of the United States over all people. You know, so like I say, even if Donald Trump had nothing to do with Project 2025, birds of a feather flock together. When you look at Project 2025 and Agenda 47, it's just like looking at 6 in one hand and half a dozen in another.